For nearly 50 years, the Francis Scott Key Bridge stood as a permanent fixture over the Patapsco River. Every single day, tens of thousands of people crossed it without a second thought. Down below, in the port of Baltimore, operations followed a familiar rhythm. The massive cargo ship Dali was loaded with containers and began a standard departure out to sea. Weather and visibility were clear. Then, at exactly 1:24 in the morning, the ship's lights cut out. The Dali suffered a total electrical blackout. All the onboard machinery went dead. But 95,000 tons of steel and cargo don't just stop moving. The ship continued drifting silently through the dark water. This blackout triggered a 6-minute window where a single mechanical failure set off an unstoppable chain reaction. When complex systems fail on this scale, the result is a sudden, terrifying loss of control. The total loss of electrical power aboard the Dali killed the main engine. Suddenly, the crew had no propulsion. This diagram shows how a ship's steering works. A rudder requires steerageway, an active, high-pressure flow of water pushed across the blade by propellers. Without that thrust, turning the wheel does absolutely nothing. The ship's massive forward momentum locks it into a fixed trajectory. The crew scrambled to engage the emergency generators, but mechanical backups require time to boot up, sync, and restore heavy physical systems, time they did not have. Radio chatter confirms the crew realized exactly what was happening. A collision with the bridge was no longer a possibility. Mathematically, it was a certainty. When 95,000 tons of steel lose their connection to human control, the laws of physics become the ship's only pilot. The harbor pilots on board immediately issued a mayday call over the radio. Local police dispatch received the warning instantly. Police officers on the ground had seconds to decide how to respond. They rushed to block the ramps, physically stopping civilian cars from driving onto the span. This cross-section of the central support piers reveals a fatal vulnerability. There are no heavy protective barriers in the water. Because it uses a continuous truss design, relying on interconnected tension, destroying one pier snaps that tension, causing the entire system to fail. The clock hit zero. The massive cargo ship struck the pier, and the steel structure yielded instantly, collapsing into the river below. The quick thinking of dispatchers and officers kept civilian traffic off the bridge, saving dozens of lives. But human intervention couldn't protect a 1970 structure from the raw mass of a modern vessel. As daylight broke over the harbor, the immediate rescue effort transitioned into a meticulous forensic analysis led by the NTSB. To map the exact sequence of technical failures, investigators secured the ship's voyage data recorder, a hardened device acting as the maritime equivalent of an airplane's black box. A bridge that handled thousands of daily commuters for a half-century was reduced to scrap in a 6-minute window. This disaster forces engineers to look across the country. Cargo vessels have grown significantly larger and heavier over the last 50 years, raising serious questions about how many other aging bridges are exposed to similar risks. Deconstructing the mechanics of a failure provides the foundation for new safety standards, turning a historical disaster into a blueprint for future prevention. But while teams searched the harbor for answers, another high-stakes NTSB investigation was unfolding thousands of miles away. And this time, the danger wasn't floating beneath a bridge. It was rapidly developing 16,000 feet in the sky.
Some stories should never be uncovered.